guys, finishing with the Monday heavy lower day for this week. Same stuff as every Monday. I just want to go ahead real quick and for this week I had a pretty busy week. I had a bunch of events to go to, basically surrounding the Transgender Day of Remembrance, stuff like that. So I actually wasn't able to get into the gym on any of the other days, given that, as I said before, I go to my school gym because I am a broke college student. Can't even talk. Broke college student. Can't afford a real gym membership, and my school gym is only open from 5 to 9. So with all those events and everything taking place pretty much at night, I had to be at those, and yeah, I didn't get to the gym all those days. So I was only able to do my heavy lower day. I was trying to get in and do my other main movements, but time just didn't allow for it. So moving on. In these 3 sets of squats, I felt like the weight isn't feeling heavy. It's really my mobility getting in the way of the squat, and I think it's my hips are part of the problem. I do have pretty poor hip mobility due to a couple of previous sports injuries that I'm sure I've mentioned before, and also I feel like my glute strength is playing a factor. So I'm thinking about, this is my last week. I'm actually filming this. I'm sorry, not filming this. Recording this voiceover on Monday, the day that this video is going to be released. So this week is week 4, which is the last week of this current cycle of Candido's program. I'm going to keep cycling this program until the end of the semester when I go home for the winter. But I think in the next cycle that I'm going to be starting next week, I'm going to use one of my optionals as hip thrust, which I don't think he lists those as an optional, but I'm going to throw those in as a way to get some extra glute and hamstring work. Okay, this is the 3rd set of squats, which was the one I thought was the best depth-wise, and this was because I put these plates beneath my heels, which I've been saying I'm going to try for forever, and I finally did, and it felt really amazing, and I think the reason was it was tipping me forward, and part of my hesitation to sit back in the squat is that feeling out of balance. But I mean, here even I felt like even just my bar path was much better. My bar path was ridiculous in the previous 2 sets that you saw before. I'm sure everyone knows that. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. Also in this workout I was kind of frustrated because people kept like getting in the way of not only standing in front of the camera, which I kind of get, it's black, the wall, not the walls, but the cages and stuff where the weights are like black, so maybe it blended in or something. There's like a flashing red light. It's the only camera in the gym. It's on a tripod. Those types of things. Like, see this guy? Like, why? He like looked at the camera before. So, yeah, it's kind of annoying. And then also people just getting in the way of where I was lifting. And I understand that we have limited space in the gym, but to me, it just frustrates me because I'm usually one of the first people there, and it's just like, I feel like I get so much done, I'm so productive within the first little while of my workout, and then after that, it just like deteriorates because there's so many people getting in the way and taking things that I was using and all that stuff, and like, look at this guy, he stood right there, didn't even come over there to get anything. His stuff was like in the corner, like to the right of where I am on screen, and he saw the camera when he was setting up, like, to start warming up and stuff. But anyway, that's just a little frustration of mine in the gym. This was the first day that I worked with 210. It felt really good. It didn't feel overly heavy. I did have some form breakdown at a couple points, but I think that was because I was messing with a couple of new cues that aren't really working out. I've been really focusing on pulling my hips through, and I think I'm starting that too early, which is causing me to, like, tuck my butt under. Like, I don't know. It's like you'll see it. It's like I'm, like, having a butt wink in a deadlift. It's very strange. So I'm gonna work on my cueing a little bit more. It's like I don't know, it's very strange. It's like I'm tucking my hips forward and my butt is like going under my legs and stuff like that. I found that I had this problem more when I tried to sit back more, but I feel like my hips being high are okay considering how long my legs are and my arms are compared to my torso. I feel like my back angle is fine. Like right there, that's really awkward. That's just an awkward position. But yeah, so I feel like my back angle being a little bit more over the bar than some people when they are sumo deadlifting is fine, again, because of my extremely short torso, long arms, and long legs. And I feel like at this point, as long as my back is straight, and I can pull the weight, and my lower back is remaining straight, then it really doesn't matter too much where my hips are, is what I'm thinking. But then again, this is an experience. The entire point of this channel is to document my experience getting into lifting and beginning to be a serious lifter for quite a while. Not quite a while. Beginning to get serious about lifting and looking into competing in the future. That being said, I'm pretty interested in competing. I want to do a meet for the experience of doing a meet. However, I don't know what federation to choose, given that I would like to compete in the IPF, as is so popular on YouTube, pretty much because it really is the most legit federation. It's the most legitimate federation in powerlifting that there is right now. My only problem with that is it's a drug-tested federation, and I don't know if see, look at this guy. This guy really, he set up like an easy curl bar and was like curling right here. There was like tons and tons of space to curl. He actually hit the camera. I look at him, and then after the set, he was like, oh, after I moved the camera after this, because I was tired of people walking in front of it and hitting it, he was like, oh, my bad. No, dude, it's not. You're bad or whatever. You hit it. How did you not know? But anyway, I would like to compete in the IPF, but I'm wondering how I can do that being on T. So I feel like I need to I don't know how to go about finding out that information, because I'm pretty sure I've been reading over their bylaws and stuff, and I'm pretty sure that any form of testosterone is a banned substance. However, my T levels are exactly the same, if not slightly lower, than most males my age. If I compete in a male division, I should be fine. But I'm not really sure how that goes. I don't know. I kind of wish they used like NCAA rules, because for the NCAA I could compete even being on testosterone. I just have to compete in a male division because and report to them my usage and my dosage and what my levels are. So which are all information that I pretty much know. I know my dosage. I know how often I'm taking it, and I know also, or I will know in a couple of weeks, what my levels are and stuff like that. Yeah, so I finished out this workout with my stiff leg guys. I didn't film any of my other accessory work. Like I never film any of my other accessory work. I'm really excited to get back in the gym today and to really work on my squats with those plates. From looking at this footage, I can see that I probably could have gone a little tiny bit heavier, but I'm gonna keep it light just so that I can make sure that I'm breaking parallel, because it seemed like on those ones that I was standing on the plates that I wasn't really breaking parallel, I was just at parallel. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the voiceover. I'll just let the rest of this clip play out. So, like I always say, if you're a subscriber, you've seen my videos before, thanks for coming back. I love the support. If you're new, welcome aboard. And to everybody, thanks for watching.